Hello, this is Leslie Sauceda. I just wanted to give a quick video on how to use Clairvia, how to make schedule requests, and pick up opportunities. I'm the clinical informatics manager, so I'm kind of the front end of Clairvia, and then we have IT for our back end support. So I just wanted to start with how to access Clairvia. Um, if you are at home, it's a little different than when you are up here at work. So if you're at home, you can simply Google Midland Memorial Employee Resources, click on that first link, and you can see right here we have Clairvia. If you're at home, you're outside the facility, so you'll click that link to log in. If you're at work, you can go to the intranet homepage and scroll down, and here on the right, we have Clairvia. I'm gonna click that. It's gonna take me to my homepage, my main dashboard. Sometimes this takes just a second to load. So I do want to walk you through how to make a schedule request, and I think you'll have to get with your manager on when you're allowed to make requests. Usually, it's different for full time versus part time versus PRN. It also depends what unit you're on to know that time frame of when you're allowed to make requests. So definitely clarify that with your manager. But once you have the go ahead, you're going to go to schedule and my requests. My drop down looks a little different just because I have admin privileges. So yours will be just my schedule and my requests. So we'll click on my requests. You can see here I have the month view. I definitely want to toggle to the correct scheduling period, whatever dates you're trying to pick up. So I'm going to jump forward one actually. Okay, so now I pretty much have a blank canvas as I go to make my schedule. So I'm going to click on a date. You see here I have some options. So I'm going to expand the day shift option. I'm trying to pick up 6A to 6P, the supervisor position. So I click on it and select it. I make sure it's the right date and save. So that's just a quick request. You notice it's blue. It has a P next to it, so I know it's pending. So that means my manager needs to go in and approve or deny. Of note, you can highlight a few at once if you want to, schedule in bulk. But you'll notice, and this is a great example, when I highlighted 3, all of a sudden this is grayed out. That probably means that one of those shifts I'm trying to request already has the max number of people on the schedule. So we'll try. I just want to show y'all in bulk that you can do this, and then I'll show you a way around that problem we just encountered. Yep, those are the dates I want to request and hit save. So now I have my 4 pending requests. So let's say I want to know how many spots are still available for the shift I'm trying to pick up. I can always toggle to this weekly view. Yes, that's fine. And then you can see here, I would look at my tasks. I was trying to pick up 6A to 6P supervisor, and it shows me here on this screen that there is one available. So I know I'll be able to pick that spot. I think most people use the monthly view, but this is nice if you're not sure if one of your shifts is already full with people. You can toggle to this weekly view and easily see, oh, I can pick up, these 3 in bulk because it says one is still available. So just a little trick there. I won't save those. So typically there is a set amount of time where you can make requests. It's not just indefinite. Your manager will clarify that. So you'll go through. You also want to clarify how long your schedule period is. I think most are 6 weeks, but you definitely want to clarify with your manager. Once I have all my requests in, I see their blue is pending. And of note, as long as they are pending, you can go in and delete them, edit them. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you want to change something last minute before your request period ends. You can just click on the shift. You can edit or delete. We'll go ahead and say, oops, I made a mistake. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Just know though, once your manager goes in and approves it or denies it, then you're no longer able to edit that shift and you'll need to get with them to get you removed from the schedule. Ultimately, the request calendar, this is your wish list. It's not your schedule. It's not set in stone. This is what you're requesting. And then your manager will let you know, what works or doesn't work for staffing. Because our ultimate goal, obviously, is to have a balanced schedule. So keep that in mind. This is our little like Amazon wish list. And then I will show you where we actually check our schedule. So let's say we're done with requests. I want to go in and look at my schedule. So I'm going to go back up to schedule, my schedule, monthly schedule. So this is the only view that I trust to know what my schedule is. Again, I want to emphasize the request calendar is just your wish list. It is not your schedule. Going to schedule, my schedule, monthly schedule, this is what I will operate on. Because this is a test, I'm not assigned, but normally you would see my name in some of these spots. And this is also where I can pick up opportunities. So opportunities are areas that the manager has identified. We need a couple extra staff members. So it's just an open shift. It does not require approval. So me as the staff member, I can quickly go in, see what extra shifts there are, and I can pick those up. This is again something you probably want to clarify as far as when you can start picking up opportunities, because it is maybe different for each unit, and some units might not even use opportunities. But I want to show you how to do it just in case your unit does. Just make sure all of this you run by your manager. I'm going to toggle over to March, and this is what they look like. You want to make sure this box up here on the left is checked. Otherwise, you're not going to see your opportunities. So there's a list view to my left, and then I see them out sprinkled in the calendar as well. Um, so I can click on either link. I just want to make sure this is where you have to be very, very careful. You want to make sure it's the right shift on the right unit if you have float permissions, and it's the right time. You can see right in here it's 7A to 7P, 7P to 7A. They're very close together, especially if you're going to do this from your phone. Just be very careful what you're clicking. So I'm going to pick up March 3rd, so I will click there. This is like timeout, pause, did you pick the right shift? And I really don't want y'all to breeze past this. We see a lot of mistakes happen when people are quickly clicking opportunities. So this is your time to make sure you have the right date, you have the right task, you have the right shift times. As long as you agree with all of that, then you can do schedule me. And then you can see here that changed to an O next to my name. And you can see that I can't edit it now. It is in my schedule. That's it. It gives you one warning, and after that, you are on the schedule and you are required to be there. If you picked something up by accident, you need to tell your manager as soon as possible. Ideally right in that moment, but definitely within a few hours, because they need to take you off of the schedule, and only they can do that at this point. I also want to emphasize this is your schedule Bible. Looking at your monthly schedule, it is your responsibility to check it. As managers change the schedule or, move things around, there is an element of human error. But at the end of the day, it's your schedule and you have to own your schedule. So if you are on the schedule and maybe you missed it, you didn't know you were on the schedule, you don't show up to work, that's a no call, no show. So I think you definitely just want to keep checking this for accuracy. Make sure you know when you're going to be here. Make sure you're on the correct calendar screen, which is monthly schedule. Um, and you really just have to own this piece of it. Um, one thing I didn't go over under my request. So let's say we're going back to my wish list. While you can request your working shifts, this is also where you would request like PTO. So PTO is a non-productive task. It's not a working shift. So I would hit that drop down and I could, select a few days for PTO. Same thing, I can select, make sure I have my right dates, save it, and then you'll see it's pending. So again, my manager would go in and approve. One other thing here, if you have the ability to go to different units, you always want to make sure you have the right unit up here under profile. I should have mentioned that earlier, but not everyone has what we call float permissions to different units, but if you do, just make sure you're under the correct unit. Um, I think that is the gist of it. If you have any questions or need help with anything, feel free to reach out to me, Leslie Sauceda. My extension is 1671. You can shoot me an email and then we'll figure out, what the issue is. If we need a ticket with IT, um, oh, one thing I should have mentioned at the very beginning, you log in with your Cerner credentials. I forgot to mention that. Woo, backup. If you're at home and it doesn't do the single sign-on, you would log in with your initials and badge number, so your Cerner username, Cerner password. And if you have any issues there, you'll definitely wanna reach out to me, as well. So, thank you for listening. I hope this helps, and please let me know if y'all have any questions. Thank you.